the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real-world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
And now, please welcome Pastor Sam Foley from Port Orange, Florida, to deliver tonight's invocation.
Father, we ask today that you protect and bless those who participate in this race. May they use good sportsmanship and respect for each other. And we'll thank you and praise you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
in a week that is huge for iRacing. The first iteration of Rain to the Service, Millbridge Speedway, the mini sprints coming all within 24 hours. But before then, we start off what is bound to be the highlight of the week. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Eldora Speedway here live for the DSRL Monday Night Modified Series, presented by Racer Supply, Tim Sims, 1 Electric, School of Sim Racing, and Scott King Designs here from the Rossburg, Ohio. 0.44 mile track, and boy oh boy is this going to be a good one. We welcome you in here once again live on the Dirt Racing Network. My name is Zach Krieger. I'll be taking you through all of the action tonight as we get ready to go for round number 6, I want to say, of our Monday Night Modified Series. A quick look at the points table, and unfortunately you guys can't see the points table. I can. Points table here in the Big Block Modifieds is Garrett Boyd up top, 608 points for Garrett. Kevin Hanley in second with 589. And keeping an eye on the rest of it, Anthony Morano down in third at 560. Britton Roxbury and Jacob Schmutz tied for fourth on 520 points. Dylan DeWart picked up the win last week at at USA International Speedway as we get ready for qualifying here for round number 6 of the season. We will go and take a look at, well, probably the driver to keep your eyes on tonight. This is the 21 machine of Garrett Boyd. Garrett Boyd in the 21, definitely going to be the driver to keep all of your eyes peeled on. Your championship leader heading into tonight. I don't think there's a way he could not be the championship leader heading out of tonight, but hey, points are not my forte, so I'm going to let that system do its thing, and potentially Garrett could leave as not the points leader. We'll have to see. Boyd here in the 21 machine coming around to complete his first timed lap. Boyd will go third quick at a 16.68, and he's going to fall down the order. Kevin Hanley at a 16.33 going to the top of the board early. A lot of guys here that we have not seen in quite a while, including taking a look here at the Black Diamond Racing 23 machine of Alex Scherzinski. Alec having some storms going on right now in his area and my area as well, so Alec might be a little bit here and there throughout the night, but it's good to see Alec back. A whole heap of drivers tonight. I'm amazed. We're taking a look at the 43 machine of Reed Rundle. Rundle going to go 17th quick at a 16.85, 16.85 for Rundle. Scherzinski, we were just on him, goes one spot lower at an 16.86. We'll take a look here at third quick, the 32 machine on the track, the 17 on the board. This is Anthony Morano. Morano, a very, very big contender here in the Big Block Modifieds. Third quick at a 16.31, 16.31. We'll see if Morano can do any better on a second lap time. He can, a 16.56. Last car on track to put in a time. This is the 79 machine. This is Dean Reynolds. We're keeping an eye here on Reynolds. Running out of time, actually, I want to say potentially. The 73 machine running that middle line. As the checkered flag flies, he's not going to get a lap time in, so he will qualify 24th. But 24 cars checking in tonight, and it is Devin Howard picking up the quick time here on the night. We'll throw it out and take a look here at the Grade 4 Heat Race number 1. Starting from one of our very, very, very experienced drivers here with the DSRL. It's the 1J of Jacob Schmutz starting from the pole. The Full Throttle Motorsports number 007 of Sam Backman will start alongside him. Another veteran of the DSRL, Larry Moody in the 73 machine, will start from third with another Full Throttle Motorsports driver, the 8 machine, your quick qualifier on the night, Devin Howard, starting from fourth. The Granny Griffey Racing 83 of Roman Gephardt will start alongside the Black Diamond Motorsports 23 of Alex Scherzinski. That's row number 3. Row number 4 will host 2 Wirely veterans. It's the Boyd Powersports number 21 of Garrett Boyd and the 22 of Cody Terry. A lot of names here in Heat Race number 1. Heat Race number 1 presented by Racer Supply. Racer Supply, a directory app for finding directions to all sorts of different racetracks in the U.S. Download their apps wherever the app can be found today and see turn-by-turn directions to all of your favorite tracks. Racer Supply, sponsor of Heat Race number 1. We thank them for their support. Field peels out of the pit lane here for Heat Race number 1. 24 cars checking in tonight. This one's going to be a good one. can never tell with Jacob Schmutz, that 1J machine. I want to say it's a new paint scheme. I also don't want to say it's a new paint scheme. It might just be for paint scheme. I mean, just throw a color on the car and call it good. Right alongside that 007 of Sam Backman. I'd say, though, keep your eyes on Garrett Boyd starting 7th. The 21 machine coming from deep in the pack. Back row start for Garrett Boyd, and not how he wants to run. It's one thing to run from the back to the front in a race with, 14, 15 guys, but a race with 24 guys, we're going to have a B main tonight, I actually think, so that'll be interesting. We'll throw it out to the Scott King Designs B main if that exists. But more importantly, we have heat race number 1 on the cards. Schmutz going to get him under the power and on to the front straightaway. Green flag coming out here for heat race number 1. Good start for Schmutz as he paces the field down the back straightaway. 3 wide behind him. That's Gephardt, Moody, and Hauer all battling it out. It looks like it's going to be Gephardt who gets the best of it. 3 wide now for the race lead. Sam Backman in the 007, Roman Gephardt in the 30, or in the 83, and Jacob Schmutz in the 1J. Drag race down the back straightaway between Schmutz and Backman. Side by side down the front straightaway. Give it to Schmutz that lap. Sam Backman in the second place spot. He's under pressure, though, from the 83 of Roman Gephardt. The 73 machine of Larry Moody trying to get involved as well. And keep an eye. Look at that 21 machine. Garrett Boyd moving up already. Your championship leader looking to try and lock his way into the A main initially. We're taking 5 from our heat races, if I'm not mistaken. I will make sure to get that information a little bit later on. But we're keeping an eye on the battle for what's now going to be the second place spot. Schmutz under pressure now from the 83 of Roman Gephardt. Gephardt makes the move for the race lead. The 83 machine looking fast as they work down the back straightaway. Down to the inside goes Gephardt with the run. Gonna work down the back straightaway. Give it to Schmutz that time by at the line. Gephardt throws the slider through turns 1 and 2. 3 laps to go. Moody gonna switch down to the inside. Larry Moody trying to make it 3 wide for the race lead. Schmutz a little rough and tough there with Gephardt. Side by side. Oh, more contact. Gephardt up the track. Schmutz up the track. They're gonna hemorrhage positions. Schmutz into the wall. Gephardt gonna almost get into the back of the 23 machine of Alex Straczynski, and Larry Moody surges through to the race lead. Side by side for the second place spot between Sam Backman and Devin Hauer as they battle it out. It's the 007 and the 8 machine battling it out as the white flag comes out. Those are 2 Full Throttle Motorsports teammates as they work down the back straightaway. Does Hauer have anything for the 73 machine of Larry Moody? Hauer gonna run high, Moody gonna run the middle. He'll slide up. Larry Moody takes home the win. Heat race number 1. Devin Hauer 2nd, Sam Backman 3rd, Garrett Boyd 4th, and Alex Straczynski 5th. Roman Gephardt, Cody Terry, Jacob Schmutz round out the top 8. And man, oh man, heat race number 1, something to keep your eye on. I do just get corrected. We are taking 4 from our heat races. So unfortunately, Alex Straczynski thought, as usually, taking 5, but unfortunately for Straczynski, he is going to have to go through our B main. He should be the pole sitter of the B main, though. We'll take a look at heat race number 2. Heat race number 2 presented by the man himself, Tim Nichols. Tim Sims, the sponsor of heat race number 2. And your grid will look like this, starting from the pole. Last week's winner in that Full Throttle Motorsports number 20 machine, that is Dylan DeWert, and alongside him, it's the 54 machine, Matt Westfall. New York's Kevin Hanley will start from 3rd with the Rocket Racing Esports number 11 of Shane Yates starting from 4th. It's the Black Diamond Motorsports number 42 of Mason Hannigan making his return to the DSRL alongside the 421 machine of Britton Roxbury. Reed Rundle in the 43 machine will be starting from 7th with the Raw Power Motorsports number 31 of Roger Wagner starting from 8th. Heat race number 2 presented by Tim Sims. Tim's Dirt Track Simulators have been bringing entertainment to local racetracks and traveling to trade shows and race venues across the country since 2004. What started with a few guys hanging out playing a game in the basement has turned into a dream job for owner Tim Nichols. Coming from a family with a long history of dirt racing and having a passion for the sport, Tim has brought his dreams to life by designing and building simulators for huge racing events. From the Knoxville Nationals and Kings Royal, Chili Bowl, SEMA, PRI, everywhere else, Tim Sims has been anywhere and everywhere in their 20 years. Join the fun and book your event today at timsims.com. We thank Tim for all of his support for our DSRL and the Dirt Racing Network. 20 years of Tim Sims. Crazy to think about. We'll see Tim in heat race number 3 a little bit later on in the night. Dylan DeWitt and Matt Westphal are going to hold down the front row here in our second heat race. Pace truck makes its way off of the racing surface. DeWitt going to bring them to the power out of turn number 4. We're green for heat race number 2. Good start for the 20 of DeWitt. He'll lead the field in the turns 3 and 4. Chaos behind him. Roxbury has run into some issues. We stay green for the time being. 4-car battle at the front. Dylan DeWitt, Kevin Hanley, Matt Westphal, Shane Yates all battling it out. You got Mason Hannigan and Reed Rundle out looking in right now as the caution flag will fly. Britton Roxbury running into some issues, and I have a feeling this might just be him. Oh, it's not. Roxbury's turned around there, so we're actually going to go one spot back and take a look at the start, because Roxbury ran into issues here in the 421. Roxbury has been a threat this season, to say the very least, and he gets into the wall there. A little bit of contact with Roger as he comes through. And it looks like he's going to sit there for a little bit, try to get his car turned around. I think just for safety, he's going to sit there. Brings it down to the inside of the track to get it parked up, but unfortunately, the caution flag flies. So we saw some Full Throttle Motorsports drivers in heat race number 1 do well. We're seeing right now the 20 of Dylan DeWitt doing well. It's another part of the Full Throttle Motorsports clan. And the field will double file up. We'll need to go racing once again. Try heat race number 2 over. In last week's winner, Dylan DeWitt, in a very good spot starting from the pole. We're gonna technically be on lap 6 if I'm not mistaken, coming back to green. So 6 laps here left in heat race number 2, presented by Tim Sims. DeWitt, Hanley, Westphal, Yates, your top 4. Remember, we're taking 4 and putting 4 to the B. DeWitt gonna get him back on the power. Out of turn number 4, we are green here in heat race number 2 once again. DeWitt goes to the top, Westphal to the bottom, Hanley to the middle. 3-car battle for the race lead there momentarily. Hanley going to turn right under the 20 machine of Dylan DeWitt and look for the race lead. Down the front straightaway they go. Hanley has it at the line battle, side by side behind them. Matt Westphal, Yates battling it out. The Little Hurricane Mason Hannigan looking to get involved, as well as the 43 machine of Reed Rundle. Hannigan going to the outside here, working his way around Matt Westphal. Mason Hannigan moves into that 4th place spot, and I'd be interested to know, I'd do my history there, and I'd probably actually have to ask both Matt and Mason, but Matt may have raced against Mason Hannigan's dad at one point or another. They may have crossed paths at some point in racing career. Westphal's been around the block, to say the very least. Mason's dad, I can't for the life of me remember what his first name is. He's been around the block, though, to say the very least. With 2 laps to go, Kevin Hanley, your race leader. Dylan DeWitt second, under pressure now from the 11 machinist Shane Yates, but Yates has pressure from behind that he needs to focus on. 3-car battle a little bit further back for the 5th place spot. Reed Rundle goes tumbling down the order. We're keeping an eye on the 3-car battle for second as the white flag comes out. Kevin Hanley, your leader. Dylan DeWitt under pressure from Shane Yates and Mason Hannigan. Hannigan and Yates side by side down the back straightaway they go. Through turns 3 and 4. Kevin Hanley says, thank you very much. I'll take heat race number 2. He'll pick up the win. Dylan DeWitt second. Mason Hannigan ends up getting Yates there at the line for 3rd. 4th goes to Yates. We'll see Westphal, Roxbury, Reed Rundle, and Roger Wagner into our B main a little bit later on in the night. Edmund Trophy and Awards, heat race number 3 coming to the track right now. It'll look like this starting from the pole. The Scott Thomason Racing number 6 machine of Scott Thomason will start from the top spot. Tom Ustendorf in the 32 machine out of Ohio will start from second. It's another full throttle motorsports car of Scott Reume in the 4 machine, starting from third, with another full throttle motorsports car, the 17 of Anthony Morano. The 741 machine of Mike Roxbury will start alongside the 131 of Tim Nichols. Adam Vinny in the 12 machine, and the Super Dirt Car Series 79 of Dean Reynolds will start from 8th. Apologies to Scott. I'm going to say Reume. I'm going to go with Reume. Scott Reume. Not 100% sure if that's correct in the 4 machine. We're just going to go with it for the time being until somebody corrects me. If you are in the Facebook and YouTube chat and you do want to correct me, feel free. It's actually a lot of more help than you would imagine. Heat number 3 is presented by Edmund Trophy and Awards. Edmund Trophy has been serving the Edmond and OKC area since 1978. We provide trophies, plaques, acrylics, medals, engraving, and more. We are a family-owned business recently under new ownership and excited to bring you new opportunities and exciting products to you. Visit us today at edmundtrophy.com. Devin Howard coming in clutch in the Facebook chat right now. Reume. So the 4 machine will be known as Scott Reume for the rest of the night as Devin helps. Devin, thank you. Congratulations on making the main. We'll see him a little bit later on in the night. Scott Thomason, though, going to bring them to the green here in heat race number 3. We're green out of turn number 4. Good start there for the 6 machine, but a better start there for the 32 machine. Ustendorf running the high line, trying to make something work. Reume moves up into the 3rd place spot, and it's a 2-car battle between the 131 Tim Nichols and the 741 of Mike Roxbury for the 4th place spot. Right now, your leader, Scott Thomason, at the line. Battle a little bit further back, keeping an eye on the battle now for 3rd. It looks like it's going to be. We're going to count that 741 involved in it as well. These guys all going at it here. Nichols up into the 3rd place spot. Reume, a little bit of contact there potentially with the rear bumper bar. Chrome horn getting just a wee bit of use there almost. As 2 laps in here, 6 laps to go in heat race number 3. Scott Thomason, your leader. Tom Ustendorf, 2nd. Tim Nichols, 3rd. Scott Reume in 4th. Mike Roxbury battling it out now in the 5th place spot with the 79 machine, Dean Reynolds. It's the 32 machine of Anthony Morano. Not used to seeing him further back. He is dicing it up with the 12 machine of Adam Vinny for what looks like it's going to be the 7th place spot. Battle now as Reume makes his way past Tim Nichols. Nichols under pressure now. It's from the 741 of Mike Roxbury. Morano all the way down on the bottom, trying to catfish his way into a transfer spot with just 3 laps to go. That 32 machine has been fast this season, and he's looking fast here in the heat race. Anthony Morano trying to work that low line and see if he can pull something out of his hat and potentially try and steal a transfer spot away from Nichols. White flag coming out this time by for Scott Thomason, but we're keeping our eyes on the battle for the 4th place spot. That's the final transfer spot. Anthony Morano trying to get it done. Just doesn't look like he has enough speed. He'll go to the high line this time by. He'll have a run down the back straightaway. Nichols under pressure. Tim going to protect the bottom. Morano going to send it in deep. Scott Thomason picks up the win. Tom Ustendorf 2nd. Scott Reume 3rd. And Nichols keeps that 4th place spot. Anthony Morano, Dean Reynolds, Mike Roxbury, and Adam Vinny will see them all into our B main here tonight. And speaking of our B main, why don't we send it out now? We're taking 8 cars, 4 will go home. And boy, oh boy, just looking at it, this one is stacked. We'll take a look here at the grid for the Scott King Designs B main, and it will look like this, starting from the pole, the driver out of Kenosha, Wisconsin. That's the 23 machine of Alex Jasinski. Matt Westfall out of Ohio in the 54 will start from 2nd. It's an FTM car. That's the 17 of Anthony Morano starting from 3rd. The Granny Griffey Racing 83-year-old guy Roman Gephardt starts from 4th. Britton Roxbury and Dean Reynolds will start from 5th and 6th. Cody Terry and the 22 machine starts from 7th with the Oxford, Michigan 43 of Reed Rundle starting from 8th. 9th goes to Mike Roxbury in the 741. Jacob Schmutz in the 1J will start from 10th. Roger Wagner in the Raw Power Motorsports number 31. And Adam Vinny in the 12 machine will start 11th and 12th. 12 cars here for our B main. Boy, oh boy, is this one gonna be good. We got a lot of cars. A lot of big names. Honestly, this is probably one of the first B mains in my, let's just say, 3 years with the Dirt Racing Network that I'm really looking at it going, this one's, anybody can make this one, and that is for well sure. Straczynski and Westphal on your front row is a dangerous combo. Gephardt and Reynolds as well are a dangerous combo. Taking a look here at what Alec is doing, because unfortunately there are some storms going through Wisconsin right now. So if the stream does go down, just know my power was 100% gone out. But that's not important. We'll see what happens here. Straczynski and Westphal, your top two. We get ready to go. Straczynski brings about a turn number 4. We're green here in the B main and underway. Good start for Straczynski. Good start for Britton Roxbury. Works his way past Matt Westphal. Big contact behind. Schmutz involved in it. The caution flag flies. And that one is big. We're really going to have to go back and take a look at what happened there, because there was some chaos on that race start. We'll take a look here at the 1J of Jacob Schmutz. Try and see what happened to Jacob. So they work down the back straight away. Oh, that's the 741 of Mike Roxbury getting into the 1J of Jacob Schmutz, and the caution flag flies. I completely forgot to read off Scott King Designs write-up as sponsor of the B main. For high-quality vinyl wrapping, decals, and printing, get in touch with Scott King Design. Started in 2003, Scott has been and is your one-stop shop for all things graphics. Get in touch today at scottkingdesigns.co. And Scott, a big supporter of the DSRL and the DRN. We potentially might see Scott in just a few minutes here as he might make his way into our second portion of the night. That is the Monday Night UMP Modifieds, a part of the DSRL Monday Night Modified series. Obviously the big blocks on the track first, and then we will put the UMPs to the metal. But first we got a B main and a feature to decide. And the block modifieds, heck, we've got 8 cars to decide if they're going to the main or not. So we'll see. There's a lot up in the air. We've still got a lot of laps to go. As the pace truck makes his way off. We're going to try this one again. Straczynski gets him on the power. We're green out of turn number 4. Very short B main here. 4 laps to go. We're really putting the pedal to the metal here as Roxbury looks to the inside of Westphal and Straczynski. He'll make a move up to the race lead. Straczynski not clear. He's going to get into Westphal. Westphal has a little bit of breathing room. Oh, that's the 83 machine of Roman Gephardt getting into Straczynski. We got big battles all over the place. Adam Vinny has fallen way off the pace in turns 3 and 4. Keeping an eye on the battle for the final transfer spot. Schmutz out looking in. We're taking 8. Right now, Anthony Morano, the 8th car, 5 laps to go. My mistake. Not sure why iRacing didn't update that. As Morano makes his way past Cody Terry to get us a little bit of breathing room. We've got a battle for the race lead. Roman Gephardt looking to the inside here of the 421 of Mike Roxbury. So much is going on here in our Scott King Design B main. I don't know where to look, so we're going to look for the race lead. No, I lied. We're going to go back to the battle for the final transfer spot. Cody Terry under pressure from the 1J of Jacob Schmutz. Schmutz rotating that car up on the high line just a little bit better than Terry rotating that car on the bottom. And out of turn number 4, Schmutz at the line. Battle up front for the race lead. Oh, that's Roxbury going to get all sorts of out of shape. That's the 421 of Britton. He'll fall back. Britton, Roxbury already a winner this season, if I'm not mistaken. Gephardt battling it out now with the 23rd machine, Alex Scherzinski. Alec trying to make a move for second or the race lead, whichever spot you really feel like it. Jacob Schmutz, the final transfer car. We've only got 2 laps to go. Scherzinski into the wall. This is going to pack him up. It didn't. I lied. 23 machine gets away with it. Gephardt now battling it out with the 54 machine of Matt Westphal as the white flag comes out. You can see your top 8 on the screen right there. Roxbury, Gephardt, Westphal, Scherzinski, Morano, Reynolds, and Rundle and Schmutz, your top 8. Those are going to be the cars that transfer so far. Britton Roxbury picks up the win. Logan Gephardt second. Matt Westphal third. And a whole heap of cars as well. A chaotic B main to say the very least. Whew! I need some time to catch my breath after a Scott King design B main. We will take a look at the results. Locking themselves into the A main. Britton Roxbury, Roman Gephardt, Matt Westphal, Alex Scherzinski, Anthony Morano, Dean Reynolds, Reed Rundle, and Jacob Schmutz. Unfortunately for Cody Terry, Mike Roxbury, Adam Vinny, and Roger Wagner, we will see them a little bit later on. They will not make it to our A main tonight. Hopefully we see them back for the UMP modified portion of the night, but until then, good night to them. We're going to get some cars out onto the track, work it in. We're going to throw it out, pay some bills. Once we get back, we will have the sights and sounds of the DSRL, and then it'll be feature time for our 40-lap A main. But until then, stay tuned. Check out some of our sponsors. And sit back and relax. We'll be right back here on the Dirt Racing Network. Well, the checkered flag flies there on the warm-up session, and it is feature time here from Lernerville. Throwing that back 3 weeks. Eldora Speedway here on iRacing. We are ready for our 40-lap A main event, and the grid will look like this. Starting from the pole, it's the 73 machine of Larry Moody, and alongside him, the 110 of Kevin Hanley. The Scott Thomason Racing 6 machine of Scott Thomason and the Full Throttle Motorsports number 8 of Devin Howard will start 3rd and 4th. Hey, look, it's another Full Throttle Motorsports driver. It's the 20 of Dylan DeWert starting from 5th, with Tom Oostendorf in the 32 starting 6th. Hey, look, it's another Full Throttle Motorsports driver, this time the 007 of Sam Backman starting from 7th. The Black Diamond Motorsports number 42 of Mason Hannigan will start from 8th. And guess what? Hey, look, it's another Full Throttle Motorsports driver, this time the 4 of Scott Rayome starting from 9th. Garrett Boyd in the 21 machine will start from 10th. The Rocket Racing Esports number 11 of Shane Yates will start from 11th. The Tim Nichols machine of Tim Nichols in the 131 will start from 12th. Britton Roxbury, Roman Gephardt, Matt Westphal, Alex Scherzinski, Anthony Morano. Hey, look, it's another Full Throttle Motorsports driver, this time the 17 machine of Anthony Morano starting from 17th. Dean Reynolds, Reed Rundle, and Jacob Schmutz. 20 cars. Unfortunately, Tim Nichols has not made the call. Tim may have accidentally slept past his alarm. Unfortunately. So, unfortunate there for Tim, won't make the call to the A main. 19 cars here for 40 laps of racing around the biggie, Eldora Speedway. The first of 2 features on the night. This is the Big Block Modifieds here with the DSRL Monday Night Modified Series. Larry Moody and Kevin Hanley get us ready to go underway for 40 laps of racing action here at Eldora Speedway. We're underway. Green flag is out. The field separates down the back straightaway, everybody navigating and maneuvering as they would right now. Larry Moody, your leader at the end of lap 1. A lot of big battle. Further behind. Yikes. That obviously is not the way you want a race to start. And, that's unfortunate right there. That's what we call a tough break situation. We were taking a look at Kevin Hanley there, and Hanley kind of just looks like he got sucked into the wall. Let's take a look here. Keeping an eye on the 110 machine of Kevin Hanley right here. He goes up high. Oh, a little bit of contact there with the 8 potentially. Those two get tangled up, and everybody collects everybody. And a caution flag flies. Tim Nichols has made his way onto the track in that 131 machine. Looks like the 8 of Devin Howard goes to the back. May have tapped out there. Good sportsmanship indeed, if so. I do also know we do have live race control right now, so they may have put him at fault. Oh well, so be it. Makes a fun last the first challenge there for Devin Howard. We'll have to keep an eye on that to see for sure. Let's go out on the iRacing pace truck. We get ready to go back racing here at Eldora. One lap in. We are ready to try this one again. Moody and Thomason, the top 2. As they bring us back to the green, we're back underway here at Eldora. Thomason gets into the 32 machine of Oostendorf. He goes almost into a few other cars. I'll tell you, the person that benefited most from that caution was the 42 machine of Mason Hannigan. He was all the way involved in that, up to 6th, 5th even, where he was supposed to start, if I'm not mistaken. Right now, Larry Moody, your leader, Scott Thomason, under pressure from the 20 machine of Dylan DeWert. This is the battle for the 2nd place spot. Larry Moody out front right now. Thomason and DeWert battling it out behind the 32 machine at Ustendorf. The 42 of Mason Hannigan trying to move his way up. The 007 of Sam Backman in 6th. Then it's a whole cluster behind. We got cars swapping left, right, and center. They're probably 4 or 3 wide, 4 wide potentially. 2 by 3 right there, at least on the back straightaway. As we're keeping an eye on this battle. This is the battle for, I'm going to say Shane Yates and Scott Rayone are the top guys there. Actually, we're going to switch it back to now being Matt Westfall, Garrett Boyd. So we're going to say 11th. It's the battle for 11th place. Really heating up here. As the battle for the 2nd place spot now right back to it's heating up. 5th place goes Mason Hannigan. He's under pressure from the 007 of Sam Backman though. DeWert and Thomason battling it out down the front straightaway. Give it to DeWert that time by. Alex Jasinski jumps up into 15th for a little bit. Battling it out there with the 43 machine of Reed Rundle. Rundle battling it out with the 21 machine of Garrett Boyd, and Jasinski plummets down the order. This is a battle right here between Reed Rundle and Garrett Boyd, 2 veteran drivers. Oh! We've got a few cars, all sorts of around. All sorts of chaos ensues. Anthony Morano, Alex Jasinski caught up in that one. Jasinski goes to the pits. Morano looks like he's still going, but slowly. Hauer may have been involved in that one as well. Calamity there. Looking back, 3 wide battle between Jacob Schmutz, Britton Roxbury, and for Matt Westfall. 12 laps in, and this race is not looking like it wants to slow down, to say the very least. Rundle in the 13th spot. Garrett Boyd and Kevin Hanley battling it out. Believe it or not, right now this looks like the only side-by-side battle onto the track. Everybody else kind of finding their lane, figuring it out. Larry Mooney about 1.3 seconds ahead of the lead pack. DeWert and Thomason battling it out there. Slide job from Mason Hannigan. Hannigan drives it in deep through turns 3 and 4. Makes his way past Tom Ustendorf. And Mason Hannigan now to the back of Scott Thomason. The Little Hurricane looking to jump up here midway through this race. Mason on something. He's looking to make a move and make a surge here up into the podium spots. Hannigan goes to the top in 1 and 2, kind of a middle slider line through 3 and 4. Let's see if he does it again. It almost looks like it's shot out of a cannon right there. Big moves there from Mason Hannigan to try to catch that 6th machine of Scott Thomason. Keeping an eye on it. Hannigan goes to the bottom, contact with Thomason. Thomason didn't waver. Said, all right, buddy, you can drive through over my nose all you want. Now Hannigan has pressure from the 32 machine of Tom Ustendorf. Caution flag on the racing surface. Jacob Schmutz has seemed to run into some issues. And there is Schmutz in the 1J machine, getting it out of control somehow. Oh, hey, that... Jacob, I don't know if you're listening to the stream or anything, but you're missing your front right tire. I think he probably knows that, but just to be sure, he's missing his front right tire. We'll go back and take a look at what happened to the 1J. Jacob Schmutz running into some issues here. That, unfortunately, there for Jacob Schmutz, I want to say. We'll take one more look at the chopper here. Schmutz unfortunately getting caught out there by, that was Roman Gephardt, having some connection issues, and unfortunately Schmutz has to get a new tire and go to the back of the field. 2 drivers not on the track currently. That is Devin Hauer and Alex Jasinski. Everybody else Still on the racing surface here with 23 laps to go. As we get ready to go back, green flag racing here in just a few laps. Double filed up. Actually, we should be going right now. Larry Moody, Dylan DeWitt, Mason Hannigan, Scott Thomason, and Shane Yates, your top 5 at the moment. Moody going to bring him back to the green of turn number 4. We're back underway. Good restart from Moody. We'll keep an eye on the pack behind him. Dylan DeWitt second. Scott Thomason and Mason Hannigan battling it out for the third place spot. Thomason said, "Hey buddy, you took it from me earlier on before that caution. I'm on that spot back." And Scott Thomason battling it out down low, trying to work his way back into that third place spot. Hannigan holds it for the time being. Battles all around the rest of the field as we keep an eye on the beehive that is back behind the pack. Actually, I'm going to do this. Let's go to Scott Thomason. Let's round the gearbox of Thomason. You can just see the swarm of big block modifieds right behind him. Battling it out. But out front, Larry Moody right now, your race leader. I thought I saw a car get sideways there for a second. Thankfully, I didn't. Keeping an eye on the battle for the second place spot as Mason Hannigan has made his way up into the second place spot, going around the outside of Dylan DeWitt. DeWitt throws the slider, forces that Black Diamond Motorsports number 42 to check up. Hannigan says, "Okay, buddy, you want to do it that way? I can do it that way." Hannigan throws the slider, but DeWitt says, "Bud, you are not close enough." DeWitt pulls back down to the inside. 18 laps to go here. There's the slider from DeWitt. A little bit of contact there with Hannigan. Hannigan going to get into the back of DeWitt. Oostendorf going to get into the back of Hannigan. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a parking lot. And while I said it was going to be a parking lot, it definitely indeed was a parking lot. Mason Hannigan and Hannigan and DeWitt battling it out, and unfortunately their cars just get tangled up, and we're going to park some cars here on the front straightaway in hopes that they all survive. This is going to be a view that I do want to see is Garrett Boyd. We will go to his roll bar cam here. Riding on board with Garrett Boyd here. As he works through, you can kind of see the incident. You see all the cars scatter, and he's like, "Alright, we're going to take it nice and smooth. Right through the middle goes Garrett Boyd. And right to, it looks to be 11th place for the 21 machine right now. Well, that takes some heavy hitters out, to say the very least. Last week's winner, Dylan DeWitt, and Mason Hannigan, always a threat here in these DSRL races. That's going to put them a little bit further back. DeWitt in the pits. Currently Hannigan starting from the back, if I'm not mistaken. So we double file them back up, getting ready to go back. Green flag racing here at Eldora. 18 laps to go. It'll switch down to 17 at the line, just past the halfway point. Larry Moody going to get back on the power here through turns 3 and 4. And we're back underway here at Eldora. Moody still the race leader. He's got Shane Yates, Tom Oostendorf battling it out behind him. The 6th machine is Scott Thomason, and the 43 of Reed Rundle. Look at Reed Rundle up 14 positions up into 5th. He's working down the back straightaway, trying to see if he can take something. Jacob Schmutz getting a little bit of a love tap there from the 421 of Britton Roxbury. They figure themselves out and work down the front straightaway. Keeping an eye here on the 43 machine. That's somebody's racing equipment. 43 of Reed Rundle working around the outside of the 6th machine. That's Scott Thomason. The Oxford, Michigan, by way of West Allis, Wisconsin driver of the 43 machine, Reed Rundle, works past the 6th machine of Scott Thomason and now looks to put the works on the 32 machine of Tom Oostendorf. 15 positions for the 43, and he's looking to make it 16 as he looks to the inside here of the 32 machine. This would be a run for Reed Rundle to say the very least, but he's still got 13 laps to deal with. Tim Nichols brings us a yellow as he's backing up down through turns 3 and 4. Tim, you got to put the car in first gear. There we go. Tim gets it figured out. We'll take a look at what happened here. Nichols in the 131 machine was running near the back. And, ooh, a little bit of contact there with Hannigan. Hanley just narrowly avoids it. But fortunately there, Tim gets himself around after that. Let's go take a look at the 110 of Hanley and see what he may have saw. Because that's got to be kind of a scary view, to say the least. This is them working to the back straight away. You can see that 131 machine. There's the contact. He's like, alright, well, I'm already committed to the bottom. Gets a little bit of a love tap there. A little bit of a love tap for Kevin Hanley. Looks like he finds himself in the pits. Of course, caution laps do not count, so he's probably getting his damage repaired as we speak. Let's go off on the iRacing pace truck. Mooney, Yates, and Ustendorf, your top 3. Rundle and Thomason, your top 5. Westfall, Schmutz, Reynolds, Rayome, Roxbury, your top 10. This one's getting exciting here, ladies and gentlemen. 12 laps at the line. 16 cars all within a chance to get it. Moody going to bring him back to the green, gets on the power early, and we are racing. Good restart for Moody, but a better restart for Reed Rundle. He moves up into the 3rd place spot, battling with the 32 machine of Tom Ustendorf. Ustendorf rolls back down through the order. His friend Matt Westfall goes right on past him on the high line, or at least he's trying to for the 4th place spot. Westfall headed for that line. Matt Westfall trying to potentially sneak his way onto a podium tonight. Works down the back straightaway, does the 54 machine. I'm keeping an eye up. We're seeing it right there. There goes Roxbury, there goes Roxbury, there goes a few other cars into the wall. We're getting some cars spun around, and we're getting another yellow. We saw it happen. That's for sure. We will take a look at it, though. There's just a whole heap of battling going on right in front of Scott Rayome. And unfortunately, Rayome going to get the worst of it. He'll get himself turned around. 2 gut punches. Really big gut punch there for Kevin Hanley, who had just gone into the pits to get damage repaired and then plows into the 4 machine. So unfortunately there, Scott Rayome goes through the pits. So does Hanley. As we pace once again. Larry Moody, Shane Yates, and Reed Rundle, your top 3. Hats off to Reed Rundle, up 16 positions. The next highest rider is Dean Reynolds, up 12. This one is getting good. Underway here at Eldora. Moody, your race leader still. Battle for the 3rd place spot. Matt Westfall, Reed Rundle. Side by side as they work down the back straightaway. Give it to Westfall that time by Rundle down the 4th. Still up 15 positions, though. Better than I could ever do, but right now is Westfall right behind him. Shane Yates, the biggest challenge to Larry Moody yet. 8 laps to go at the line. Shane Yates is on something, and for the first time tonight, Larry Moody, you got company. Yates trying to make something work as they worked on the back straightaway. This would be an upset here for Larry Moody, to say the very least. Yates goes to the inside. This actually might be an upset for Shane Yates as well. Yates not as good. Moody runs it through the middle. Yates up top. Momentum will come to the 11 down the back straightaway. It's not a lot, but it is... it's just not enough. My mistake. Moody in that 73 machine runs low, still doing work. 6 to go as they cross the line. Moody runs through the middle. The 11 of Yates blocks him off. Yates now works his way to the outside of Larry Moody. Side by side at the line, too close to tell. Yates with the momentum on the high line. Larry Moody starts to fall back. What looked like it was so set and done for Larry Moody has just fallen apart, and Shane Yates makes his way up into the lead. Contact all sorts of behind. We're 3 wide down the front straightaway. Britton Roxbury, Dean Reynolds, and Jacob Schmutz with the slider. Now Mason Hannigan all the way from having to start at the back. He is going to move up into the 5th place spot. This one is getting good, ladies and gentlemen. Reed Rundle battling it out now with the 54 machine of Westfall as the caution flag flies. I think I'm losing my voice. Well, potential saving grace for Larry Moody may have just came in the form of Scott Rayon. We're taking a look at what happened here as they work down through turns 3 and 4. Oh, a little bit of contact with Roxbury, and that's going to get his car all sorts of out of shape. Gets into the 6th machine of Scott Thomason into the wall down the front straightaway. Pulling out the caution here with just 2 laps to go. So Shane Yates, the race leader, Larry Moody, Matt Westfall, your top 3. Reed Rundle and Jacob Schmutz, the top 5. Single file restarts here. We are less than a handful of laps. I think 3 laps to go at the line. Maybe 2. The big story. Does Moody have enough to work past Yates? Does Rundle have enough to work past Westfall? Does Schmutz have enough to work around Rundle? Does Mason Hannigan have enough to work into the top 5? All those questions will be answered here as Yates brings us back to the green for the final time tonight, hopefully. Back underway here at Eldora. 2 laps to go. Moody runs the middle, doesn't look like it worked for him. Runs it deep through turns 3 and 4 to try and close. Also doesn't look like it worked for him. White flag is out here for Shane Yates. Moody goes through the middle. Down the back straightaway they go. Who's it gonna be? Yates gonna run low. Moody gonna run the middle to confirm it. Westfall goes to the top. Rundle might try to turn down under him. Shane Yates picks up the win here on the first race of the night. Larry Moody comes home 2nd. Matt Westfall 3rd. Reed Rundle 4th. And Jacob Schmutz 5th. A fantastic run all throughout the field. 2 cars plus 15. 4 out of the 5 cars in our top 5 were plus 10 or more. Hard charges all throughout the field. And that is gonna be a good one. I got a feeling we're gonna talk to a pretty happy Shane Yates here. Yates gonna bring it around all the way to the podium. Get himself set up. And we will get to talk to our top 3 here. Just a short minute. Seeing if we can get Shane up here to start with. We'll bring him up here into the Dirt Racing Network booth. Shane Yates. Shane, you got a copy?
Yeah, I'm here.
Well, that was a very exciting one, to say the very least. You pick off the lead late on in that race. Tell me how you got it done.
Just staying calm, stay out of the wrecks. I think I started like 12 or 13 for something like that. And I think around lap 20, somebody, I can't remember who it was, got into me and put me in the wall and gave me right front damage. And I was like, man, I'm done for. I ain't going to be able to even finish the race or compete. And I guess I was wrong. I made it up there.
Well, of course, 10 positions gained for you, to say the very least, tonight. How difficult is it to make a charge through the pack quite like that? Such a tricky track with a lot of tricky competition. How's it feel?
Oh, yeah, it feels good, man. Larry, he was moving on, man. He was hitting his lines right and everything. Just at the end, I think at the end, you know, he messed up a few times, but man, he was fast. I knew it was going to be hard to pass him and a bunch of guys up front, but it feels good.
When you bring home the win tonight, who do you need to thank for the victory before we let you go and celebrate?
Thank all my buddies at Tri-City, them guys over there. If anybody needs a setup, holler at them, guys. That's what I'm on. And thank TNT Motorsports, them guys over there. I'm on 2 different teams, so I think both of them guys. I want to thank Roger for putting the league on and you for broadcasting it, man.
Well, Shane, we greatly appreciate it. Congratulations on the win tonight.
All right, man. Take it easy.
You too. That was your race winner, Shane Yates. We will get to talk to your second place finisher here momentarily. It is the 73 machine of Larry Moody. We'll bring him up here into the Dirt Racing Network booth. Mr. Moody, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, Zach.
Well, unfortunately, it was just so close, but yet so far for you tonight, picking up the second place. How does it feel? Kind of walk me through the emotions going right now. You lose the lead at kind of the last few laps. How does it feel?
Well, I wish it was a 35-lap race and I'd have had it, but you know, I'm just happy to have a good run. I mean, I felt really good all night. The car was good all night. I just didn't have enough at the end, but you know, it's a good performance, so I'm happy with that.
We pick up second place this evening. A good run for you, though, to say the very least. Kind of been somewhat of a rotten year or season for you. How's it feel, though, knowing that now you might have some momentum heading into the next few weeks, and what are you kind of hoping for?
Well, honestly, this is my best car, you know, and the results haven't shown. I've had some bad luck that kind of been out of my hands, but you know, these are the results that I was expecting in this car, in this league. So I hope to carry that momentum going forward and trying to not get, you know, caught up in a bunch of accidents or anything.
For sure. Second place on the night. We need to thank before we let you go and take a little rest.
Well, I got the setup from Scott Thomason, my teammate, Scott Thomason Racing. I have to, you know, thank him for that, because without it, I don't know what I would have done. My setup wouldn't load. So, you know, and all the guys at Aces Up, all my teammates that have really helped me out this year since going over there. I feel like I've gotten a lot better at it, and appreciate Roger for putting on the league, and Zach, you do a hell of a job, so I appreciate that too. So it was a good night.
Well, congratulations on the second place finish tonight, Larry.
Thanks, Zach.
That was second place finisher, Larry Moody. we will get to talk to the 54 machine. That's the third place finisher of Matt Westfall. Kind of in a unique racing situation here on the replay, but we'll keep it there. We'll bring him up here into the booth. It's the driver of the 54, Matt Westfall. Matt, you got a copy?
Yeah.
Wake come home third tonight, up 12 positions, almost very close to the hard charger, but not quite. Having the fight through the pack like that, through the B, how difficult is it having to go from pretty much the back to the front here late on these races?
It makes it tough because the groove it gets right up against the wall, and it's hard to slide job anybody because you can't make any ground because of momentum. But no, I lucked out through a bunch of crashes there and got me up there to finish third.
Well, congratulations on the third place finish. Who do you need to thank before we let you go and celebrate it?
I need to thank Tom Ossendorf Setups, Tim Sims. That's about it.
Well, Matt, congratulations on the third place finish.
Thank you.
That was third place finisher Matt Westfall. Well, we will take a look here at the results of our feature real quickly. It does look like Shane Yates picking up the win, Larry Moody second, Matt Westfall third. We've had our two hard chargers, Reed Rundle and Jacob Schmutz, fourth and fifth, both up 15 positions. Sixth goes to Mason Hannigan, seventh, Dean Reynolds, eighth, Britton Roxbury, Anthony Morano, and Kevin Hanley round out the top 10. Scott Thomason, Tom Ostendorf, I'm going to start pronouncing his name right now that I was corrected. Dylan Dort, Garrett Boyd, and Scott Riome, your top 15. Tim Nichols, Devin Howard, Sam Backman, Roman Gephardt, and Alex Scherzinski rounded out the top 20 there. Unfortunately, there for them, the last few of those names all lapsed down. Hate to see it. Hope they might have some better luck if they come run the UMPs in just a few minutes' time, actually, to say the very least. So with that, we are just a few minutes away from the UMP modified session opening up. We're going to throw back to some DSRL back in the day. Until then, we will hear from Dominic Santina, I think, regarding some sprint car racing here in just a short minute. Stay tuned for the UMP modifieds in just a few minutes.
Row 4 will be Jason Randolph and Jeremy Hobson. And row 5 will be Steven Hersberg and Roger Wagner scheduled to be there, but Roger, part of race control, so we probably won't see him out there. Oh, and he does make it. Oh, no, he's gone. We missed him already. The drivers lined up, ready to get rolling. And apparently my trading paints is not working, so hopefully I can get this figured out real quick behind the scenes. Not sure what's going on with that, but yeah, that's always fun and exciting. Lights are out on the Chevy Silverado. We're about ready to fire off. Go racing here at Lanier for heat race number 1. And David Heileman wasting no time getting on the throttle. Here at Lanier, down into the corner he goes. Early lead to Heileman. Steven Calvoda sitting in second place right now in the 23 machine. Mason Hannigan sitting in 7th. He is falling back through the order a little bit, but he is battling with 3 other cars, Jason Randolph and Brent Hobson. Meanwhile, Britton Roxbury in the 421. Sitting in the 4th place, the 23 of Calvoda, losing a spot here to Sean Wallenfels. The 21 machine of Wallenfels, now he's got to track down Heileman in the 04. Heileman running that bottom line, Wallenfels running up towards the top. Roxbury in the 421 sitting 4th, trying to make a move on the 23 slide job, doesn't have him cleared. Calvoda gonna stick with it. Fending off the challenge for now. This time, Roxbury's going to clear him. Little bit of contact, and Roxbury's going to go around. Heavy contact with multiple cars, and Britton Roxbury ending up on his side. Roxbury trying to get underneath Calvoda. Calvoda makes a little bit of contact with him there. Roxbury goes around. Other cars with nowhere to go. Things happen fast out here on the dirt track. And this race gonna finish. David Heileman, your race winner. Heat race number 1. Sean Wallenfels 2nd. 3rd place Calvoda. Mason Hannigan 4th. Brent Hobson 5th. 6th going to Jerry Hobson. Steven Hersberg 7th. 8th Jason Randolph. 9th will be Britton Roxbury. David Heileman, your points leader coming into tonight. However, 2nd place in points showing up right now in heat race number 2. That will be the 82 of Austin Simmelman. Drivers starting to take to the grid. Waiting just for a few more of those drivers on our front row. Row number 1 will be the 82 of Austin Simmelman, sporting beefcakes.com, race on Texas. And on his outside, the 9 of Chris Brenner, part of the Casey Kane racing team. Row 2 will be the 80 of Joshua Steinke and the 91 of Ernie Williams Jr. Ernie sporting Dirt Racing Network and from the Black Diamond Motorsports. Row 3 will be the 38 of Brett Strickler, Wicked Energy Gum Machine. Strickler also part of, well, he's got his own race car as well. So, good luck to him in that. And the 73 of Larry Moody on his outside. Row 4 will be John Lopresto and Peyton Grease. Now we are about ready to fire this thing off. Field looking nice and steady. Austin Simmelman. on the throttle, and we are back to green flag racing. Heat race number 2 underway. Simmelman wasting no time getting out front. Chris Brenner losing a position there. He falls to third as Joshua Steinke gets underneath him. Now here comes Brenner to the inside. Can't make anything happen just yet. Ernie Williams in the 91 looking to the inside of Brenner. So a big battle here for third place. Brenner now starting to lose a little bit of ground, makes a move onto the inside here to Steinke in the 80. Meanwhile, the 38 of Brett Strickler all over the back bumper of Williams. Had to check up a little bit, lost some ground there. Larry Moody in the 73, right behind him. He's currently in 6th place. And John Lopresto all the way in 7th, with Peyton Grease battling right there in 8th place. But your race leader is Austin Simmelman in the 82. As we go on aboard with Simmelman. Simmelman on the inside now with about 2 laps to go. Looking very fast out here tonight. Hoping to take the points lead away from David Heileman. He's got a 30 point gap to deal with. Final lap for Simmelman and Steinke in the 80. Simmelman gonna win it. Steinke gonna finish second. Third will be Ernie Williams Jr. Fourth, Chris Brenner, Brett Strickler ending up 5th. 6th, Larry Moody. 7th, Peyton Grease. And 8th will be John Lopresto. I want to give a shout out to everyone on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. Thank you for joining us. Hope you're enjoying the show. Stick around. We got some great racing coming your way. 2 heat races already in the books. Heat race number 3 starting to take to the grid. Row number 1 will be Alex Smolders in the DRC machine, and the 073 of Nicholas McGeethy in the Top Gun Motorsports. Row 2 will be Alex Bergeron in the 112 and Michael Rosendahl in the 05. Row 3 will be Mike Roxbury in the 422 and the 95 of Dakota Kuhn. Row 4 will be the 15 of Michael Sheridan and the 96 of Matt Dixon. And all by himself in row number 5, the 56, David Flick. Smolders in the 211, holding patiently, waiting for his chance to get on the throttle. And the green flag comes out. Away we go. Once again, heat race number 3. Smolders on the throttle, getting a good jump here. Breaking out to an early lead. Meanwhile, not a car's behind him. Side by side into the corner they go. Big stack up. Are they all going to make it through? 3 wide. No, the 95 gets turned. Now he's straightened out. We stay green. Mike Roxbury, big loser there. Lost the front wing, lost the nose piece. The 95 of Dakota Kuhn also in trouble there, but however, he's got all of his equipment. Oh, man, he gets sandwiched there as he tried to go 3 wide. Battle for last place, very intense. Never think it'd be that big of a deal, but it is to these drivers. Oh, more contact to the pink car of Dakota Kuhn going sideways. We stay green. The UDSRA machine going airborne. However, we keep it green. with David Flick in 8th, Kuhn in 9th. Meanwhile, out front, not having to deal with any of these issues, Alex Smolders in the 211 machine. He is out front, checking out, having a great race, enjoying his time leading this thing. Smolders in the Kinzer Racing Sim team, sporting DRC chassis out of Ontario, Canada. Just such a nice guy. Thought he'd make this race as short as possible, knowing that Dakota Kuhn, Mike Roxbury would have some damage. So he's doing all he can to help those guys not have to be out in ill-handling cars for as long as possible. Meanwhile, Bergeron in the 12 machine, or the 112, depending on how you want to look at it, trying to track him down. Final lap, final time around for him. Bergeron, though, going to end up in 2nd. Smolder's going to win it. Nicholas McGee, the 3rd. 4th will be Sheridan. Rosendale in 5th. Matt Dixon 6th. 7th will be Mike Roxbury. 8th, Dakota Kuhn. And David Flick will be 9th. Heat race number 4. Starting to stack up. Pace truck already out there. That is a good looking Chevy Silverado. No, this isn't a heat race. Sorry. We were forming up our last chance qualifier. Last chance qualifier starting to take to the grid. This is the Dirt Slingers Racing League 410 Outlaw Series presented by Wicked Cushion Esports. We are at the Lanier Dirt Track. See, 10 laps for this event. Last chance qualifier. Row number 1 will be Steven Herzberg in the 78 machine. Peyton Grease in the 292. Field rolling off. Row number 2 will be Mike Roxbury and Jason Randolph. Row 3 will be John Lopresto and Dakota Kuhn. And then the final row, Britton Roxbury and David Flick. Herzberg in the 78 machine. In control of this field once that Chevy Silverado gets out of his way. Green flag is out. We are racing here in the last chance qualifier. Oh, 3 wide through the middle of the pack they are. A big stack up at the front, 4, 5 wide. Oh my goodness, everyone trying to be the leader at the same time. Somehow they all keep it going. And the 421 of Britton Roxbury said, "See you all later. I do not want any part of this insanity," as he is starting to open up a little bit of a gap. Now he's going to dive down to the bottom here as Jason Randolph, John Lopresto switching positions very quickly here. Lopresto sitting in second for the moment. Randolph was trying to get a run on the outside of him. Now Randolph losing a little bit of ground, going way up high. 3 wide off the corner. We got 1 in the wall. That was Steven Herzberg in the 422 machine. I'm sorry, that was not Herzberg. That was Mike Roxbury who got into the wall. Britton Roxbury, though, pulling away from this field as we go on aboard with him. Looking out the back of this machine. You can see he's starting to open up a bit of a gap here Now with 3 laps to go. Meanwhile, Lepresto sitting in second. Third place, Peyton Grease in the 292. Side-by-side battle for fourth place. Dakota Kuhn gonna come out on top for the moment. Jason Randolph in the 50. Oh, contact made. Kuhn all sorts of crossed up. Oh, that was after the race. Never mind. Things happen fast here. Sometimes you just can't keep up with everything. All right, B-Main lining up for you right here. John Lepresto, Britton Roxbury, Peyton Grease, Dakota Kuhn, all making it from the C, all starting at the back. They're all going to have some work cut out for them. Brent Hobson, Brett Strickler, though, they're going to start on the front row. Top Gun Motorsports and the 38 of Strickler on his outside. Give me just a moment here. Trying to find my information as quickly as I can, but it's not being very nice or friendly. So I don't know. Brett Strickler, he's not worth talking about. Let's just do that. Let's do that. We won't talk about Brett anymore tonight. B-Main, row number 2, Mike Rosendahl and Jerry Hobson. Row 3, Larry Moody and Matt Dixon. Row 4 will be Britton Roxbury in the 421 and the 257 of John Lepresto. And then row 5, Peyton Grease and Dakota Kuhn, all trying to make it through the alphabet soup. Pace truck out of the way. Here we go, on the throttle, everyone getting up to speed. Quite quickly, I might add. Thank goodness for that horsepower of the 410 World Outlaw engine. Oh, one in the wall already. Strickler taking evasive action to clear the 18 of Brent Hobson. Brent losing a lot of ground here early. The 73 of Larry Moody out of shape. He's able to keep going, so is Jeremy Hobson. But both cars lost a lot of ground there. Mike Rosendahl, however, in the 05, he is starting to open up a little bit of a lead that is disappearing as fast as I'm saying it. The 38 of Brett Strickler trying to win this B-Main. Right now he is in a transfer spot. Strickler working that high side. The 05 of Rosendahl working the inside. USDRA on the side of that machine. Strickler got that wicked relief on the wing. Now he makes a move down to the inside. Mohawk adding some speed to that machine, I'm sure. Now he rips the cushion. He is trying everything he can, trying to find a way around the 05, gonna get in the wall a little bit. Here comes Britton Roxbury all the way from the back of the pack up to third place. He is not wasting any time trying to win this thing. Little bit of bumper damage on that thing, but Britton Roxbury in the 421 with a shot at winning the B-Main. He is quickly running out of laps though, and they go too wide up off the corner up in front of him, almost making contact. Roxbury looking at these drivers going, go ahead, take yourselves out. This Casey Kane Sim team with wicked cushion is fast and strong. And now Strickler does have the lead. Roxbury into second place for the moment, but the 05 battles right back. Strickler in the 38, your race leader. Rosendahl in a second, third, depending on what time of the lap he's at. Right now he's in second. Roxbury very close to his right rear, gonna wash up the track a little bit there, but the race is over and it will be Roxbury into second place. Strickler wins it. No, yeah, That's how it's scored. And just like that, we're whew. Oh man, guys, what? Let's all take a moment, catch our breath, because that was some wild racing right there. Drivers starting to roll out. This is the pole dash. Bergeron, Sean Wallenfels, two of the drivers out here. Looks like they're starting to line up. Front row, going to be the 80 of Joshua Steinke, the 21 machine of Sean Wallenfels. .04 David Heileman out there in the third row on the inside of Austin Simmelman. Alex Smulders and Austin Simmelman making up row number 2. Here we go, on the throttle, green flag waves, and our pole dash is underway. The 80 of Steinke wasting no time getting out front. Meanwhile, Simmelman working the high side, washed up the corner there, backed up everyone else behind him. That allows that inside lane a chance to break away. He is quickly pulling away here in the 80 machine, but Heileman in the 04, now he's going to move up to the high side. Contact made as they all went into the corner. The 04 of Heileman, all sorts of crossed up. Right now in second place, that is Alex Smulders, but can he hold off a hard charging Austin Simmelman in the 82? Gonna wash up in front of Bergeron.
Halfway this time.
Losing a little bit of ground. Simmelman into second. Here comes Bergeron, 3 wide into the corner. Contact made. Still fighting for the second place. Meanwhile, Steinke in the 80 machine. He is out front. Steinke, Black Diamond Motorsports, running that bottom to perfection. Not stepping out, keeping that car under control all the way around this track. And he is showing how to catfish a track to the absolute best. Meanwhile, they are still making contact behind him. Bergeron's going to go around in that black 112 machine. Oh man, he sits there, finds a gear, gets rolling. Good thing they installed reverse into these sprint cars. The Bergeron went around. It's like it brought out a caution. Steinke in the 80, your race leader. The 82 of Simmelman sitting in second. The 211 of Smulders is third. The 21 machine, Sean Wallenfels, fourth.
2 to go.
It will be David Heileman. And you heard it from Roger Wagner, 2 to go. Green flag is out and away we go. The 80 machine of Steinke running that bottom line still. But here comes Austin Simmelman on his outside trying to make something happen. But now Simmelman is going to have to deal with the inside lane trying to make it work. As Smulders, oh man, Smulders almost got wiped out by the 21 machine. Final time around. Here they come, and it looks like Steinke going to win it. Steinke, your race winner. Smulders, I believe, is going to be second. Possibly out of fuel here. It's a little bit of a helpful push. Heileman third, Bergeron fourth, as they start to line up for that. So, Lanier, gotta say, not a disappointing race so far. Now everyone's starting to take to the track for a warm-up session.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, live here on the Dirt Racing Network. It is time for the second race of the evening here with the UMP Modifieds, back live at Eldora Speedway here on the Dirt Racing Network. Welcome back to the DSRL Monday Night Modified Series. My name is Zach Creer. I'm taking you still through all of the action tonight. 14 cars checking in here in our UMP Modified, so unfortunately a little less of a field than the big block Modifieds, but still the same amount of excitement as the checkered flag flies here on practice. We get ready to go back racing. And actually, I think we are going to jump to qualifying first. Indeed, we are. We're keeping an eye here on the 21 machine of Garrett Boyd. This is the Boyd Power Sports number 21, Garrett Boyd. Boyd currently the championship leader. Coming through to start his first timed lap. Boyd, one to keep your eyes on here tonight. Boyd will go over the line. He will go quick time for Garrett Boyd, a 16.26, 1.626 for the 21 machine. Still a lot of guys, though, yet to put in times. We will go take a look at winner of just a few minutes ago, the 13, now still the 11 actually, of Shane Yates. Anthony Morano goes to the top of the timing table, goes just a 10th, actually a 100th actually by the looks of it, faster. Yates' second lap time. Oh, third quick. He almost had it there. Schmutt's going to go fifth quick. We'll take a look here at Tim Nichols. See what Nichols has to offer on his first time by. 14th quick for Nichols. Schmutz goes up to fourth quick with a 16.31, 1.631. Nichols still putting his second time in. Nichols, the last car to cross the line. He will go 13th quick. So, Anthony Morano, your quick qualifier here on the night as the checkered flag flies. So we get ready to go racing here in heat race number 1 on the UMP's race night. The grid will look like this for heat race number 1, starting from the pole. It's the driver of the 32 machine, that's Tom Ostendorf. Alongside him, with Full Throttle Motorsports car, the 20 of Dylan DeWert. Shane Yates in the 13, Anthony Morano, your quick qualifier, will start from 3rd and 4th. Adam Vinny in the 11 will start from 5th, with the 43 of Reed Rundle 6th. Tim Nichols in the 131 rounds the field out here. 7 cars for heat race number 1. 2 heat races tonight. As we get ready to get underway. Here is a look at your grid one more time. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties. That's the grid for heat race number 1. We'll take a look at grid for heat race number 2 a little bit later on. That's Ostendorf, and DeWert. And I just want to say, apologies to Tom. I've been saying his name wrong the entire time, and I've never been corrected until I heard Matt Westphal in the last interview call him Ostendorf, so I'm going to continue saying that. It's things I always hate when you're not corrected. We get ready to go here for heat race number 1 in the UMP Modifieds. Like I said, 2 heat races on the cards. And as the pace truck makes his way in, Ostendorf brings us to the green. First heat race is underway. Good start for the 32 as he works down the back. Straightaway battle behind him. Dylan DeWert, Shane Yates battling it out. Yates goes to the inside. He's not waiting around. The Yates at the line there that time by. I don't know why the overlays do that. Yates, your race leader. Oh, Ostendorf battling now in second. 3 wide behind Dylan DeWert, Anthony Morano, Adam Vinny. DeWert gets into the wall. He's going to fall back. Reed Rundle going to go past him. We're taking all the cars here in this heat race. Everybody going to make the man. It's the 232s battling it out there with the 11 machine involved as well. Oh, contact. That's going to see Ostendorf into the wall. That front left is broken. Yates, the race leader. Morano, Rundle, Vinny, DeWert, Nichols. Your 6 cars on the track still. Anthony Morano trying to chase down a Shane Yates for the race lead at the halfway point. Right now, a quick look at the championship while we're here in the heat race. Everybody single filed out pretty much. Garrett Boyd, the leader. Anthony Morano in second. Travis Johnson third. Jacob Schmutz fourth. Adam Vinny fifth. So Morano trying to close that gap. You see him on the screen right now trying to close up to the 13 machine of Shane Yates. With just the caution flag now has come out. Reed Rundle, Dylan DeWert running into some issues. We'll take a look at what happened here. It's the 43 of Rundle and the 20 of DeWert. Rundle goes up the track. Oh, Reed's going to get into the wall. Unfortunately, DeWert going to get caught up in it. Those two get tangled together. Reed going to pull off. DeWert goes on. And the caution flag flies. Adam Vinny pulls off of the racing surface. Reed Rundle takes the tap out. He'll fall to the back. So, Shane Yates, your leader. Anthony Morano, second. Tim Nichols, third. Dylan DeWert, fourth. Reed Rundle, fifth. Sixth goes to Adam Vinny. We're going to double file them up. Actually, no, we're going to single file them up. Just a few laps left here in heat race number 1. Get ready to go here. This guy's going to bring heat race number 1 back to the green. 2 laps to go. Green, white checkered here in the first heat race. Nichols got early on the power. And that's really going to affect the back of the pack because DeWert, Vinny, they can't pass him. 3 wide for the third place spot. DeWert, Vinny, and Nichols. Vinny gets into the wall. Doesn't come down this time. Rundle looks at it. Throws it in deep through 3 and 4 on Vinny. White flag is out. Shane Yates looking to pick up where he left off. He picked up the big block modified win. He's looking to pick up the UMP modified heat race win. And through turns 3 and 4, he will. Shane Yates picks up the win in heat race number 1. Anthony Morano second. Dylan DeWert third. Tim Nichols fourth. Reed Rundle fifth. And Adam Vinny sixth. And Tom Ostendorf in seventh. We'll take a look at the Grade 4 heat race number 2, second heat race of the 2. Starting from the pole, it's the driver of the 73. Last race's second place finisher, that's Larry Moody. Roman Gephardt in the 83 will start from second. Jacob Schmutz in the 1 machine will start third, with the Boyd Power Sports number 21. Garrett Boyd, your points leader, starting from fourth. Matt Westphal, last race's third place finisher in the 54 machine, will start from fifth. The Rob Power Motorsports number 31 of Roger Wagner will start from sixth, with the 7 of Kyle Iserer starting from seventh. So the 7th starts in 7th. How convenient. We'll get all of the cars onto the racing surface. Larry Moody, that 73 machine. He was fast in the big block. We'll see if he's fast here in the UMP. Qualified 8th. Puts him up here. We'll see what happens. But he has a very fast number 2, Rowan Gephardt, right outside of him. Gephardt, the 2 on the track, the 83 on the scoring tower. So here we go, 7 cars here in heat race number 2, ready to get the fighting underway. It's Moody and Gephardt, your front row. Pace truck is off. We're underway here in heat race number 2. Good start for Moody. The battle's behind him. All sorts of cars fanning all sorts of out wide. Schmutz looking to the inside now of Roman Gephardt, trying to make a move work. At the line, give it to Schmutz for the second place spot. 4 wide there for a moment. That's Gephardt, Schmutz, Westphal, and Boyd all battling it out there for a podium spot. Down the front straightaway they go. Now through 3-2-1-2 down the back straightaway. Side-by-side battle between Gephardt and Schmutz. These two battling it out now. Gephardt gets the spot, gonna chase down Larry Moody here. 3 laps in, 5 laps to go. Here comes the battle, Moody and Gephardt. Moody, your race leader, Roman Gephardt in second. Moody drops back, contact with Schmutz. Schmutz falls into that 3rd place spot, almost gets into Moody. Contact between Moody and Boyd. They're gonna get themselves all out of shape and loose-goosey. Moody keeps that 2nd place spot. Boyd, a little bit of damage to his front end. Jacob Schmutz works around the outside of Larry Moody. It's going to be close up the wall. 3 wide through turns 1 and 2. Westphal trying to get involved as well, just doesn't have the run. 3 wide on the exit of turn 2. Contact once again between Moody and Boyd. Side by side. Westphal getting into the back of Moody, getting into the back of Boyd, and the caution flag will fly. So caution a piece in the heat races. We take a look at it from our trusty old chopper cam. Westphal sends it in deep, gets into the back of Boyd, and unfortunately doesn't get Boyd, but unfortunately gets into the back of Moody and gets him. So some spins happen, the caution flag flies. And with just 2 laps to go, we are going to see a green checkered. I think, or green-white. A great, if you will. So, as we get ready to go back racing here, lights off on the iRacing pace truck. We are getting ready to go again here. Be 2 laps at the line here for Roman Gephardt. Gephardt brings us back to the green and we're underway. Schmutz follows him behind in second. Garrett Boyd 3rd. Roger Wagner 4th. Larry Moody 5th. To Kyle Iser 6th. And Matt Westphal 7th. 2 laps to go that time by will be the white flag here. Schmutz trying to make a late race charge here on Roman Gephardt. 2 white flag this time by. This is the final lap, and Schmutz looks to pull to the inside here at Gephardt. Schmutz will run down the back straightaway. Sends it in deep on the inside. Garrett Boyd trying to sneak through and steal it. Down the front straightaway, Roman Gephardt gets the win. Garrett Boyd second, Jacob Schmutz third, Roger Wagner fourth, Larry Moody fifth, sixth goes to Matt Westfall, and seventh to Kyle Eiserer. We got a little practice session up here onto the track this time. We are going to throw it out, pay some bills for the final time tonight, and once we come back, we will have some fancy sights and sounds of the DSRL. Until then, stay tuned here on the DRN feature action coming up real shortly.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
With that, the checkered flag flies on the pre-race practice session. It is time for feature racing here at Eldora. And your grid of the 14 cars will look like this. We took the heat races. If you finished where you finished in heat 1, that's where you're starting in the inside row. Same thing with the outside in heat 2. So Shane Yates, your winner of heat race number 1, will start from first, with Roman Gephardt, the winner of heat race number 2, starting from second. Anthony Murano and Garrett Boyd will share row number 2. Dylan DeWert, Jacob Schmutz, row 3. Row 4 goes to Tim Nichols and Roger Wagner. Reed Rundle and Larry Moody start 9th and 10th. 11th to Adam Finney. 12th to Matt Westfall. 13th to Tom Ostendorf. And Kyle Eiserer starts from 14th. So, Yates and Gephardt, your front row as they cross the start-finish line and see the 1 to green. It's a huge week for iRacing. We're getting some new dirt content, Millbridge Speedway, the dirt mini sprints, winged and non-winged. We're getting rain. Very exciting. Love to see how that will play into dirt racing on in the future, but with that being said, we've still got one race to go. For myself, Zach Krieger here at the Dirt Racing Network, the DSRL, everybody else, we thank you for tuning in tonight. We had 40 laps. We have 40 laps. We hope you enjoy them, because out of turn number 4, ladies and gentlemen, let's let them loose. We are racing out of turn number 4 with the UMP Modifieds. Jacob Schmutz slams the wall a little bit further back. We got some big battles going on, though, throughout the rest of the field. Right now, though, Shane Yates, your leader at the end of lap 1. Anthony Morano second. Dylan DeWert third. Shane Yates looks in his virtual mirror and sees a total of Full Throttle Motorsports threats from behind, as the two teammates, Dylan DeWert and Anthony Morano, going side by side, and caution flag flies. Matt Westfall running into some trouble. We'll see what happens here. Battling it out with the 131 of Tim Nichols. Gonna slide up, gonna slide up, gonna slide up, gonna slide into the wall, and get finished off by Kyle Eiserer. So, the first caution of the night. Shane Yates out from your race leader. DeWert and Morano battle out behind him. Those are two Full Throttle Motorsports teammates, Garrett Boyd and Roman Gephardt, the top 5. Just want to give a quick reminder, wherever you are watching, if you see links in the chat, do not click them. They are not us. If any link will ever be shared, it'll be exactly from the Dirt Racing Network page or one of our personal pages. It is me or Roger, so don't click a link that you don't know what it does. That's the easiest way of saying it. Yates and DeWert, top 2. Yates going to bring us back to the green at turn number... Nope. I don't know if we had a delayed caution. I don't know what's happening here. They were all double filed up, ready to go. Roger Wagner a little bit further back doing a little extracurricular there with Reed Rundle. So a potentially delayed caution. We are going to get ready to go here. It's Yates and DeWert, the top 2. Yates will bring us back to the green as there were 2 turns 3 and 4. Yates brings us back to racing speed. Good restart for Yates. DeWert and Morano battle it out. Behind him, Roman Gephardt in the 83 machine trying to get involved as well. Reed Rundle side by side there momentarily. Rundle making some moves here in that 43 machine going around the outside of Gephardt. It looks like he's trying to. At least he's under pressure from the 31 of Roger Wagner, though. Garrett Boyd moving up into that third place spot, but we might have a battle for your race lead here as DeWert has started to catch the 11 machine of Shane Yates. Dylan DeWert picked up the win last week in the Big Block Modifieds. He's looking to complete the double and pick up a win in the UMPs. 3 wide, here comes Garrett Boyd. Boyd looks to the inside, can't get it done quite yet. Down the back straightaway they go, Shane Yates the leader. Dylan DeWert, Garrett Boyd side by side. Give it to Boyd at the line. Just a quick little note, Yates, one of our few drivers who have won a race in both cars this season. Garrett Boyd, Anthony Morano, and Shane Yates, the 3 that have won in both cars this season, not at the same time as the caution flag flies. So we are actually looking to, if Yates can pick this up, he would be the first driver to do the double on the night and pick up the win in both the Big Block Modified and the UMP Modified. Caution flag is out. Jacob Schmutz looked like he's involved in it, as well as Roman Gephardt. And contact there between Schmutz and Gephardt puts them both into the wall. Caution flag flies. Just about 1/4 of the way into this race. Shane Yates the leader. Dylan DeWert and Garrett Boyd the top 3. So let's go off on the iRacing pace truck, getting ready to go back green. This one is gonna be good. Lap 9, close to 1/4 of the way through this race. And Yates will bring us back to the green. Good restart for Yates, a good restart for Garrett Boyd, who pulls side by side with the 20. It's the 20 versus the 21. Only 3 years ago was a 2021. That's crazy to think about, as Boyd now works to the inside. Trying to make it work here. Trying to pick up what he can is Garrett Boyd. He's going to fall back a little bit. Now DeWert pulls back to the 11 machine of Shane Yates. Yates 13 on the board, 11 on the track as they work down the front straightaway. Checking off lap 10, that's 1/4 of the way. Lap 11 starts now. DeWert looks to the inside down the back straightaway. Dylan DeWert trying to make it work. The 20 and the 11 battle it out. DeWert gonna look to the inside. Doesn't have it at the line. Give it to Yates that time by again. Shane Yates does not want to lose this race lead. DeWert wants to take this race lead. They're battling it out here for the race win. 12 laps in. We've still got 28 to go, but the racing couldn't be better. DeWert falls back a little bit, having to try and figure out how to remount the charge at the 11 car. Oh, Shane Yates into the wall. That's going to put him back a ways, and now Dylan DeWert looks to the inside. The one person that really could have benefited from that was the 21 of Garrett Boyd. Boyd doesn't, but DeWert now falls back once again. Yates good at defending right now, and Boyd trying to make the move here on Dylan DeWert. As they work down the front straightaway, 3-car breakaway. Anthony Morano trying to catch back up there. Morano in the 4th place spot needs a good finish. Honestly, he needs to finish in front of the 21 of Garrett Boyd. Boyd now looks to the inside here of DeWert. Garrett Boyd trying to catfish his way up in the 2nd. Doesn't look like he has the momentum. It looks like this track glued to the top, but Boyd trying to potentially beat a dead horse. Doesn't look like it's going to work for Boyd. Top side looks like it's just too dominant. Shane Yates, your leader. Dylan DeWert in 2nd. Garrett Boyd 3rd. Honestly, I think it'll probably take a slider in order to make a move here. Glued to the top. Shane Yates looking to be the first one to sweep the sweep. Morano looks to the inside there and tried to make the move on. Garrett Boyd just doesn't look like he has the momentum. I don't think anybody has the momentum here. As Shane Yates works the field in the turns 3 and 4 and down the front straightaway. Adam Vinny looks to the inside there of Reed Rundle. Tim Nichols looks to the inside there of Larry Moody. But out front, it is all Shane Yates. Dylan DeWert right on his tail. DeWert trying to make some sort of move. Oh, DeWert into the wall. That's going to put him back a big time way as he was fastest lap overall. Last lap. Unfortunately, he is going to drop that. As he's going to throw a slider there on Garrett Boyd, potentially uses that as a little bit of practice. He says, I'm going to see if that move works, to see if maybe I could try it on Shane Yates. Boyd tried to look to the inside there, didn't have it. Just past the halfway point here. And it is all Shane Yates, Dylan DeWert 2nd, Garrett Boyd 3rd, Anthony Morano 4th, Reed Rundle 5th. Adam Vinny 6th, Jacob Schwartz 7th, Roger Wagner 8th, 9th, Tim Nichols 10th, Larry Moody, Kyle Eiserer in 11th, and Tom Ostendorf in 12th. Those are your cars that are on the track right now. Roman Gephardt, Matt Westphal in the pit lane. .14 laps to go here for Shane Yates. Yates moves to the bottom. Keep an eye on that timing tower. As Yates starts to pull away, DeWert potentially might be pulling closer. And Shane Yates may have just set himself up for a race to the win. We'll have to keep our eyes on it. And I mean, I don't think we got really anywhere else to go. We are. Shane Yates went to the bottom and kind of opened himself up to a run from the 20 machine of Dylan DeWert, and DeWert now right to the back of Shane Yates here. Ten laps to go at the line for Shane Yates. Dylan DeWert trying to close in. Doesn't look like he is able to. Tim Nichols, Roger Wagner battle it out a little bit further back. That's a 3-car battle between Tim Nichols, Larry Moody, and Roger Wagner. These are 3 OGs of the DSRL. 3 wider. These guys have got to be careful. Roger gets into the wall. Roger is going to go around, and we're going to go yellow. Well, we saw it happen. but we will take another look at it. Roger Wagner losing talent down the front straightaway. And I say that in all good fun and gist. Good avoidance there from Tim Nichols, but Roger ends up into the wall, and unfortunately brings out the yellow. This does kind of make it, does heat it up a little bit, because Shane Yates now will have pressure from Dylan Dort, Garrett Boyd. But I'm not gonna lie, we had a really good green flag run going there, and Rogers kind of just ruined it. Yates brings us back to the green. We are back underway here at Eldora. Boyd looking to the inside here, trying to get a quick one here on Dylan Dort. He gets the move done. Garrett Boyd moves up into that second place spot right now as they work down the front straightaway. Garrett Boyd in second, but Dylan Dewart up top comes through, takes that second place spot right back, and Anthony Morano trying to throw a quick one here on his championship rival, Garrett Boyd. Any finish ahead of Boyd is good for Anthony Morano, and he's got to remember that. Garrett Boyd keeps that third place spot in tow. Battle will be for that third place spot. Shane Yates starting to run away out front. 5 laps to go at the line. Adam Vinny, Reed Rundle swap 5th and 6th. Jacob Schmutz trying to get involved in that battle as well. Schmutz 7th right now. Back to the front, Dylan DeWert into the wall. Garrett Boyd gonna slip right on by, and that may have just sealed the deal there for Boyd potentially. As DeWert, though, with a run down the front straightaway now, might try and switch it up. Doesn't. DeWert goes to the outside. Boyd runs that middle inside. Good run through there. Boyd into the wall. DeWert goes to the inside. Dylan DeWert sneaks by Garrett Boyd. Anthony Morano once again trying to get involved in that battle. 3 laps to go. Boyd to the inside of DeWert, trying to catfish that bottom. DeWert slides all the way up side by side down the back straightaway. Garrett Boyd has got to remember that there's still 2 laps to go at the line. He cannot compromise himself if he makes a run here. Oh, and that's really going to hurt Boyd's momentum. He might not have enough here with just 2 laps to go. Garrett Boyd may have just put all of his eggs into a basket, and I don't think that basket's going to work. As through turns 3 and 4, Shane Yates sees the white flag. 1 lap to go. Shane Yates picked up the win earlier in the season. He picked up the win earlier in the night. He runs that car deep through turns 3 and 4. Shane Yates is out of fuel! Dylan DeWert goes by! Garrett Boyd comes home 2nd. Anthony Morano 3rd. And Shane Yates hobbles over the line in 7th. Shane Yates runs out of fuel on the final lap. Oh my goodness. Yates was running the low line, lifting on the straightaway, just trying to get that car to have enough fuel. But as he went into turns 3 and 4, he runs out of fuel. And what Yates was about to do, Dylan DeWert does. DeWert picks up the win and becomes the first driver, not the first driver, but becomes Yet another driver to pick up the win in both divisions this season. And boy, oh boy, could he have done it in a more dramatic fashion. It's the driver of the 20, Dylan DeWert. Dylan, do you have a copy?
I hear you loud and clear.
Well, that was a race there at the end. You did all of that work chasing down Shane. He gets a gap there on the last few laps. What was the shock factor coming to pretty much the checkered, seeing him running out of fuel there?
I actually didn't really know what happened. It looked like he got loose or something, and all of a sudden, like, he just didn't have any power. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I didn't even think of him running out of gas, and obviously the guys in Discord are like, he's out of gas. So I was like, I guess it's hammered down. So I just put her to the floor basically and said, well, whatever happens, happens. Hopefully he doesn't have enough to do anything, and I didn't know how close Boyd was either. So.
Well, you sneak a win through there in the final few corners. Who do you need to thank for the win before I let you go and celebrate it?
Oh, the boys at FTM. Said a few times now, without them, I probably wouldn't be doing this. Dean with Super Dirt Car, Connor with Swan Speed Shop, Bomb Stack Services, and everybody involved with Dirt Slingers for putting this thing on, and you for the broadcast, man. Appreciate it.
Well, congratulations on the win, Dylan.
Thanks, man.
Dylan DeWert picks up the win in a very, 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 very dramatic fashion. We'll talk to our second place finisher, the driver of the 21, your current points leader, Garrett Boyd. Garrett, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, a very interesting finish there to that race. You were battling it out with Dylan pretty much the entire closing laps. Unfortunately, you weren't able to get there. Now knowing that was probably a win on the line, what do you think you needed there at the end?
I clipped the wall with the left front, probably just a little bit past halfway, and it just it was bouncing and acting weird. So I just needed that to not be there, and then just a little bit more of the track to be there.
Well, you pick up a second place, nonetheless. You'll maintain the points lead, if I'm not mistaken. Who do you need to thank for the win or for the second place finish tonight?
I gotta thank girlfriend, Roger for putting this DSRL deal on, and then you for broadcasting it.
Well, Garrett, congratulations on the second place run tonight.
Thank you.
That was Garrett Boyd, your second place finisher on the night. We'll go and talk to a driver that I think probably crossed the line in astonishment. The driver of the 32 machine, Anthony Morano. Anthony, you got a copy?
What's going on, buddy?
Well, a kind of a surprise podium there for you right at the end of the race. You're going through turns 3 and 4, and you see Shane just starting to, hobble his way to the line. What was the point of realization that, like, I'm going to pull off a third place?
I saw him go into 3 and start wiggling the car around, and I was like, I thought maybe he hit the inside wall or something, and I realized how close, how fast I was catching up on him. I was like, well, hopefully I don't hit him. Wait, he was saying he was running low. He was starting like really, really close on fuel as it was. And I was like, I guess he ran out there, and I guess I'll steal a podium. I was quite happy with 4th, to be honest with you, but I'll take 3rd, absolutely.
For sure. You finished 3rd tonight. Who do you need to thank for the finish before I let you go and celebrate?
Yeah, I thank my wife, Sherry, my teammates at FTM, Dean at Super Dirt Car, Logan at High Mom Lens, Sam at Conda Setups, MDI TV, every Swan Speed, everybody that helps FTM out with these cars. We try to do the best we can. We usually have a pretty good showing, so we'll take it. We'll move on to wherever we're going next week.
Well, we hope to see you next week. Once again, congratulations on the 3rd place.
Thanks a lot, bud.
That was Anthony Morano, finisher in 3rd, driver of the 32 machine. Well, we will take a look here and run you through the order here for the last time. I'm not sure. There we go. We'll take a look here at the results for your feature. Bring them up here onto the screen. Dylan DeWert picked up the shocking win. Garrett Boyd in 2nd, Anthony Morano 3rd, Jacob Schmutz 4th, Reed Rundle 5th, Adam Vinny 6th, Larry Moody 7th, Shane Yates comes home 8th after running out of fuel coming to the line, Kyle Eiserer and Tim Nichols round out the top 10, Tom Ostendorf finishes 11th, Roger Wagner, Roman Gephardt, and Matt Westphal all round out your cars. A fantastic night here at Eldora. We saw a door banger of a win, a barn burner of a race in the big block modifieds, and a shock win in the UMPs. I simply cannot wait until next week, round number 7. We're still looking. We are still searching for the driver that will do the double throughout the night. Boy, oh boy, this one is going to be interesting. Next week, we'll see the big block modifieds at Lucas Oil and the UMPs at Lanier. Until then, my name is Zach Krieger here with the Dirt Racing Network. Everybody at the Dirt Slingers Racing League wants to thank you for tuning in. We thank our sponsors, Racer Supply, Tim Sims, 18 Electric, School of Sim Racing, and Scott King Design for all of their support. Until next week, we want